Getting started in Grey Zone Warfare can be daunting as the tasks or quests don't exactly hold your hand, so the locations may be a bit of a pain to find. They're definitely worth doing though for that juicy loot, as well as the vendor reputation that you gain, which eventually lets you level them up and unlock new gear to purchase to give you an edge. So let's go over the first few sets of tasks that you're going to want to do, as well as the locations and what to look out for so you can have the best start and get leveling them up quickly. I'm going to include these in an order that makes it efficient for you to run from point to point and do them in batches to hopefully help speed this up, but if you just want the locations of single tasks, I'll also timestamp this video. It's good to note that your faction does impact where you spawn in the game, and there are slight differences between the quests and what faction you play as. However, these starting quests are more or less mirrored to the different factions and the first town outside of your base, so it should still be helpful for everyone and to show you what you're looking out for. So let's start it off by picking up the first 3 tasks from the vendors. When you spawn in your base camp, you want to press the tab key and click on the vendors tab at the top. From here, you should see the vendor handshake, and you want to press the task button next to the trade button in the upper left. Here you should see the task first recon, which will have us check out 3 locations in the nearby town: a gas station, a convenience store, and a demolished building. After accepting this, click over to the gunny vendor in the top left, and you will see the cash retrieval task. This will have us mark 2 locations located in a warehouse and a lumberyard in town with a tracker. Accept this task and then make sure to click on your messages and click on Gunny and then collect the trackers. From here, go to your character tab and find the trackers in your storage and put them into your inventory. I recommend putting these in your lockbox. This means you won't lose them if you die, and we will need these trackers for the quest, otherwise you need to return back to base and pick them up, which of course will be annoying if you're already in town. Finally, click over to the lab rat vendor and accept her task of meds wanted. This will require us to find medical supplies near the water tower in town. Once you have all of the tasks, it's time to head out on our first mission into the town. If you want an easier time shooting enemies though, I recommend quickly buying the ACOG mount and the 4x scope from Gunny, inspect your M4, drag the mount onto it in the green box, remove the hollow sight and then drag the ACOG on. This will make shooting enemies so much easier. I recommend going to the Charlie 2 LZ by opening up your map by holding M and then click on Charlie 2 and then click Call in Transport. Wait for the heli to arrive, hop on, and then you'll be taken to that Charlie 2 LZ, which is very close to town and very near one of the objectives we need to grab. First up, we'll do the meds wanted task, which is very close by. Head to the giant water tower, which you should easily see from a distance. Make sure to take your time and clear out any AI as you enter the town. What you want to look out for is this medical site with white tents and a blue logo everywhere. This is directly below the water tower and you can find it here on the map. There will be several enemies inside, so you need to make sure to clear the area before you head in. Once you are inside though, head to the building in the northwest area, open the door on the right side, and take this white box from the shelves in the back of the room, as this is the quest item we need for Lab Rat. If you die while holding this, it will despawn and you'll need to come back here and pick it up again, so let's try and do this all in one run. Next up, we'll do the Gunny quest for the cash retrieval, and both of the objectives are very close by, so we're going to head southeast to this area on the map in the lumber yard. Here's a sped up path to follow if you're coming from the previous task, and you just want to head to the little shed building on the east side of the yard and open up the door and interact with this red crate to place the tracker on it and complete the first cache location. Now we want to head to the second cache location, which is in a warehouse to the north of the water tower, here on the map in the west of town. When you've made it to the warehouse, you want to circle around the building until you find a small room on the outside with a door that you can open, and inside will be the second cache. Just as before, interact with the red top to place the tracker, and this will complete the quest. Now we can do Handshake's first recon quest to visit the 3 locations. We'll start with the convenience store because it's very close by. You want to head here on the map just north of the lumberyard and southeast of the warehouse where we just mentioned. You're looking for this big building and you want to go inside to tick it off. Then we're going to go to the Demolished building, which is here on the map and it's to the north of town, so it might be a little run to get here. But you're looking for this area with a big yellow digger, so it should be easy to spot. After this, we're going to head to the gas station, which is here on the map in the very southeast of the town. There will be around 3 AI enemies here, so you're going to need to take them out before you can go inside and tick this area off to complete the quest. Once you've done all of this, you can then head south of the gas station out into the fields below the area. This is because you will then unlock the Charlie 3 LZ. This is a quicker way to return back to base after doing all of these locations, and you will actually need this LZ for the next quest anyway, so it's going to speed us up on the next run. Once you've extracted back to base, hand in all of the quests to the vendors to get that juicy loot, and then pick up the next lot of quests. Handshake will give you the Little Bird Down quest to find a crashed helicopter, and luckily we've already got the Charlie 3 LZ, which is right next to it. Gunny will give you the No Man Left Behind quest, which is to locate a body in the backyards near the town hall, and again make sure to grab the tracker from your messages after you take this quest. Labrat will give you the Lost and Found quest to find a clerk in the local construction shop. We'll start this next mission by flying out to Charlie 3 that we just unlocked before returning to base, as this is right next to the Little Bird Down quest location. Just near the LZ for Charlie 3, you'll find the crashed helicopter here on the map slightly to the north. It looks like a burnt out chopper and it will be in the trees just next to the LZ. You need to walk near this to tick it off, and then we must find the bodies of the crew. For this, there's actually a house nearby that you can see from here to the north. This will have some enemies that you must defeat, but once you've cleared it out, go inside the house, near the bodies, and this will complete the quest fully. Next up, we'll complete Labrat's Lost and Found quest. For this, we need to go into town and go into the building just north of the lumberyard here on the map. You're looking to go inside of this building and find the body on the floor, which is the clerk we're looking for. Make sure to pick up his necklace, which is just between his hands on the floor. This will complete the quest, and you may want to put this necklace in your lockbox just in case you die. Next up, we can do Gunny's quest, and we need to go just south of the town hall to the east of the town here on the map. In this location, there will be some sheds and alleyways, and you're looking for this body to place a tracker on and complete the quest. So once you've done your next set of missions, what you want to do is return back to base via any LZ that you want, it doesn't really matter this time, and hand in those tasks for even more sweet loot. After this, you've done all of Labrat's tasks for now, but you can still get more from Handshake and Gunny. Handshake will give you the Restoring Order task, which is to simply kill 10 enemies in town. It's pretty easy, all you need to do is kill 10 NPC enemies in the town area. Gunny's next quest is the Medical Detective, which is to find some missing supplies in town. This, however, will require a KV dock key, which you can get by randomly defeating enemies and looting them. The location to use the key is in Grid Area 141-166 at a medical-looking building. So I suggest you head into town and go on a spree of defeating enemies for the Handshake quest, and make sure to loot the bodies to check what keys you can get, as this will help you complete Gunny's quest if you can get that dock key. Any keys you do get will be really good because they allow you to access special loot rooms around town. But for now, you've completed your first set of quests, got a bunch of loot, and started building up that reputation. Share any extra tips you have down below so we can all learn together, and subscribe for more daily gaming videos, news, and guides.